Have you ever pondered why we, as humans, often resist change, even when it is for our own good? This resistance is an age-old dilemma, captured vividly in the wise Quran. It tells of the Prophet Muhammad, a messenger sent on a straight path with a revelation from the Almighty, the Lord of Mercy. His mission? To warn a people whose forefathers were not warned, living in ignorance. A startling metaphor is used to describe these people. It is as if iron collars were placed around their necks, forcing their heads up, and barriers were set before and behind them, blocking their vision. No matter the warnings, they refused to believe, for they could not see. Yet, there were those who followed the Quran, who held the Merciful One in awe, even though they could not see him. These individuals received the glad news of forgiveness and a noble reward. Their faith was not in vain, for the promise was that the dead would be brought back to life, and everything, from what they send ahead to what they leave behind, is recorded in a clear record. A particular example comes to mind, the story of a town visited by messengers. 2 came, and both were rejected. A third was sent to reinforce them. Despite their clear message, "Truly, we are messengers to you," they were met with disbelief and threats of violence. In the midst of this, a man from the furthest part of the city came running. He urged his people to follow the messengers, for they asked for no reward and were rightly guided. His faith was unwavering, even in the face of potential harm from other gods. His belief in the Lord was steadfast. For his faith, he was granted entrance into the garden and set among the highly honored. Yet his people suffered a different fate. There was no heavenly army, just one blast, and they fell down lifeless. This is a potent reminder of the fate that has befallen many generations that ridiculed the messengers sent to them. There are signs all around us. The lifeless earth that springs to life, producing grain for sustenance. The gardens of date palms and grapes, springs of water gushing forth. All of these are not of human creation, but gifts for which we should give thanks. Consider the night, how it is stripped of daylight, plunging us into darkness. The sun and the moon, each running their determined courses, each in their own orbit, never crossing paths. All of these are signs, if we choose to see them. So let us reflect on this age-old resistance to change, to acceptance of the messages that are sent to guide us. Let us remember the fate of those who refused to believe and the reward for those who did. For in the end, everything is recorded in a clear record and everyone will be brought before the Almighty, the All-Knowing.